Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Fitchburg Senior Center on Election Day, Jill McHone. Jill, how you doing?
Good, good. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Glad that you're back in the office. We've enjoyed having Sarah on the show. She's done a great job in your place for the last couple months.
Good to know.
Yeah, so we gave her a hard time, of course. I mean, we had to, but
sure.
She's doing she did a really great job, and we're glad to have you back in the hot seat as well. As we enjoy Election Day here today, there's another big day coming up for you all, and it's going to look a little different, but it picks up on a theme that you guys have been doing a lot of, and that's drive-bys in a good way.
Yes.
Veterans Day meal drive-by. Tell us why we can't do it's not clear why we can't do the in-person one, but how'd you come up with this solution?
Well, I think that Doris Coster, who is the singer's director, she really was until probably September, like thinking we got to do this. We were trying to really look at a way that the singers could perform, because that's one of our biggest events. And finally, we knew that was not going to happen. So we were toying around some ideas. I've actually still been working with Eagle School because they've always been involved with the poppy posters and doing some poems and participating in the singing. So I'm working with her. And then during this time, Pizza Ranch, which I think is just the funniest name, reached out to us.
It is.
and no, I don't mean anything by it. It just makes me laugh. But Pizza Ranch reached out to us to offer a chicken dinner, which is even funnier. But I'm sure the food is delicious. I've only heard good things about it. So anyway, when they did this, we were like, well, this is perfect. We can do, lunch pickup. We're also delivering. And so the Friends of the Fitchburg Senior Center always pays for the meals for the veterans as well as a significant other. And so that's what we're offering again. So we, have been putting it in our newsletter. We also made a lot of phone calls to past participants in the program, clients that we know are veterans, and reached out to them to say, we've got this meal, and if you can't come by and pick it up, then we're happy to deliver. So we've got a handful of people that will be delivering meals, and then people picking up meals. And then, and I haven't talked to you about this, Jeremy and Andrew, but we will have the posters on display again, the poppy posters. The Eagle School is still doing that. It's a really good educational opportunity for them. And so we'll have those on display. If it's nice out, we'll put the, what is it, that sectional moving board, you know what I'm talking about? The partitions.
Yeah, the dividers.
Yeah, the dividers.
Partitions.
Yeah. We'll have all of the pictures on that, and we can even put it outside under the awning if it's relatively nice out, so people can see it when they drive up. But I was hoping that you guys could do a little filming of that too. And then the Eagle School kids, their 5th and 6th graders, are writing letters to every veteran, so we'll be handing those out with the meals. So making it as celebratory as we can, and honoring those that should be honored on this day. So
yeah, the drive-by events have worked very well for people to come and talk, and interaction right now is so important. And on this day especially, I mean, everything's been turned upside down this year, so trying to have some type of celebration is awesome. And I'm glad Pizza Ranch has stepped in to donate the meal or provide the meal with the Friends of the Fitchburg Senior Center, paying for everything as they have. And we're looking forward to come out, Jill, and cover this event and share the good results. We're crossing our fingers for good weather as well. Whether it's cold, we'll take it. And I'm just glad you're doing it. I think it's so important to continue to provide something, and we know that you would, in a heartbeat, have the in-person event as you have done. And I guess what, we're Frack TV, so we can replay some of those past ones for you.
You are absolutely right.
So we'll make the best of the day and still make sure that everybody gets honored on that day. So, thank you for even doing it. And Doris, too, for always putting together a pretty cool program at that. And Eagle School, too. I mean, they've been partnered. I can't think of a year. This is my 10th year, 10 years already at the city. And I can't think of one time where they weren't associated with this event.
Wow, that is going back a little bit. I knew it was several years, but it certainly could be 10. It all meshes together after so many years. But no,
Does
they're
it?
yeah,
It really does.
it does. But their teachers, they're awesome. The art teacher, the music teacher, the history teacher, they're so great to work with. They are a good partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, transitioning here, really want
Mhm.
to quickly throw in that you do have you're working through Zoom and still trying to provide some interaction and some
Right.
healthy programs. How
Right.
has that been going?
Better, we implemented last month the paid yoga classes, working with our instructor Kurt to just give it a try. You're never sure if people are willing to pay when you're watching it on your computer. But he started his second class this week, and I think we're getting a steady 8 people. He comes in and zooms it in a private room. And then when you sign up and pay your money, we give you the link. So that's going really well. And then our aerobics instructor, Felicia, is willing to try a Zoom class, and that is for a fee as well. And so it won't be as aerobic because obviously it would be very hard for her to be moving around quite a bit and zooming herself at the same time. But the strength, a lot of strength and range of motion kind of exercising with some cardio in there. So we're going to give that a go. I think that starts maybe in another week, September 9th, maybe. Um, and then we are going to do a first in-person class.
November 9th. Let's get that right. November 9th.
November 9th. Yeah. Thank you. Six weeks, Mondays and Wednesdays, at 8:30, and it's only $30. And we are offsetting the cost of this with the Saroj Bansal Memorial Fund. So they were participants here years ago. Their family set up a fund that was to be used strictly for exercise classes. And so the fee is offset a little bit by that. So very nice to have that support. And then, like I was
That's
just
awesome.
mentioning, we're going to try in-house Tai Chi. We felt that this was a safe form of exercise class that people could easily um, socially distance up in the Oak Hall room. It's relatively large, and we'll cap the number, I think, at 11 or so, 12. And it's not real cardio. It's slow moving. Everybody will have to wear a mask. So we're going to try that and see how it goes. That's it, that's really what it is, just kind of a trial and error, see where people's comfort level is. We're getting a lot of calls about concerns about the winter, being isolated, those groups that have been walking together outdoors, meeting on people's decks for coffee. They're starting to wonder what's the winter going to look like for them, and how are they going to keep socially active. So
Yeah, and as you look to the later part of, well, you got this month and the next month. I mean, we
right,
know that City Hall is going to probably remain closed through the end of this year.
right,
Um, what are what are you looking in December? Because the holidays definitely get tougher, right?
right,
This where you've already been, if you're isolated, and then throw in some holidays where they're suggesting don't get together
right,
in large groups.
right.
So as you look into December and stuff, what do you guys have for plans coming up? Again, to try to bring in some happiness and
Well,
still make sure people
we'll be
don't stay
looking
isolated.
we'll be looking for a Santa costume and a Santa, Jeremy. But we would like to do a Christmas
Okay.
buy of some sort. So we're actually talking about that tomorrow. We're looking at the delivery of meals on the holidays, which we've always partnered with Independent Living, which was recently bought out by a new company whose name escapes me, but delivering meals on those holidays. Um, and we're considering, there's been, like I said, some requests for some smaller groups to come in and socially distance in the dining room with their masks on, just to get together and talk. And so we're open to considering that as well. And we have had a few folks every day for lunch, socially isolated, because it's really starting to be a problem. And we feel like,
Yeah, and I think it's. Oh, sorry, not to interrupt you.
no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think it's great for people to know that behind the scenes, your staff and yourself are trying to work on bringing people together any way possible. Again, to bring in some socialization into everybody's lives, because again, it's been the elder population has been picked on the most on this pandemic for safety reasons,
Right.
you know, and that still continues today. And it's something we've talked about on this show. So it's great to hear that, you know, you're working every angle possible
Yeah.
to bring people together or to reach out.
Well, you really walk that fine line of giving opportunities and letting people make their own choices. If we can feel comfortable providing a really safe environment that meets the social distance standards, and keeping that safety criteria relatively high, and then letting people make that choice. You want to trust that people will make good choices. We did have a couple really strong inquiries about pickleball where we are not going to do that. That does seem too cardio and too dangerous. But it's hard. It's hard to know that we're making choices for people. But then on the other hand, we want people to make their own choices. So, yeah, I don't see that ending for a while. But we are trying.
Yeah. No, I think, you know, the best part is we get to hear what you're doing behind the scenes and kind of share the excuse me, the ideas that you are looking at. And I know if you could do it in person, you'd be the first in line to get it started. So certainly that. Anything else you want to comment on before we wrap up here?
I think just a shout out to a lot of our volunteers that are doing their own Zoom meetings too. I mean, thank goodness that we have these really dedicated folks that are running the book clubs and the caregiver support group and the men's group. The ukulele is going like gangbusters. They're meeting twice a week. So, people are trying their best, and we appreciate what they're doing to keep our programs going too. So, we just encourage people, call us. You got questions, you're concerned about a neighbor, a friend, a family member, you're sad yourself, just give us a call. We're here.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. Reach out and you know, check in on your loved ones too when it
Yeah.
comes to the holiday season here,
Right.
and make sure. I've got my grandma over today. Nice having her. We've kept her in our small circle, but you know, I
Oh,
think you do what you can to reach out and talk to loved ones and keep them around, and
yep.
it's the best you can do.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, Jill. Well, thank you so very much. Glad to have you
You.
back on here, and we'll check back with you one more month of 2020,
Oh,
and then
right.
we'll throw
Crazy.
this one to the wayside.
Yeah, right. I'm ready to start fresh.
Right. Absolutely. All right, Jill McHone, you're director of the Fitchburg Senior Center. Thank you again, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you.
All right. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.